P-pop doesn't break internationally through press releases or industry pipelines. It doesn't break through label connections or PR campaigns. It breaks through people. And what one Filipino A'TIN did on a flight, standing right next to one of the most recognized producers in global music, is the most perfect proof of that I have ever seen. CETV fam, are you ready for this one? Here's what happened. Our A'TIN on the flight found herself standing next to DJ Snake. For those who need a quick refresher, DJ Snake is the producer behind global hits across multiple genres and continents. The man has over 10 million Instagram followers. He is not a small name. So, what does she do? She doesn't just take the moment. She uses it. She asks him directly, "Are you open to producing a song for a Filipino boy group?" She tells him about a group that's famous all over Asia and mentions that they'll be performing at Lollapalooza this July. DJ Snake's response? He asks for their name. She says, SB19. And right there, from his seat on that flight, DJ Snake checked SB19's Instagram and sent them a DM. He sent them a DM. Now, to be completely clear, as of this video, there is no confirmed collaboration between DJ Snake and SB19. Nothing is confirmed until 1Z Entertainment makes an official announcement. What we have right now is a moment, a real documented moment. The thread has since been archived by her own choice. Once it reached who it needed to reach, the community saw it. The screenshots are there. That moment is what we're talking about today. Here's the bigger picture, and this is why I need to cover this story on CETV. P-pop's international growth has never followed a conventional music industry path. There is no major Western label pushing SB19 onto global producers' radar. There is no agency sending pitch decks to festival bookers. What there is Filipinos. Everywhere they go, talking about their artists, without a script, without hesitation, with full conviction. And I have seen this instinct up close. Some of you might remember that CETV Philippines had the opportunity to virtually sit down with Air Supply, and during that interview, I asked them directly, "Are you open to collaborating with younger artists?" And I cited SB19 as an example. That wasn't a planted question. It wasn't a talking point handed to me by a publicist. It was the same instinct that our A'TIN on the flight had on that plane. The same Filipino impulse. Unprompted, unscripted, completely natural. Have you heard about SB19? That impulse didn't start on that plane. It's been happening in living rooms, at workplaces, in conversations across the globe, wherever Filipinos are. And the reason it keeps happening is because A'TIN genuinely believe in what SB19 represents. SB19 performing at Lollapalooza this July is not an accident. One of the most prestigious music festivals in the world doesn't book acts out of charity. They book acts that the industry is watching. And the industry is watching, in part, because Filipinos have never stopped talking. Our A'TIN on the flight wasn't doing something unusual. She was doing something deeply fundamentally Filipino. Difference this time? The person on the end of that conversation had 10 million followers. And he listened. That is not a coincidence. That is a movement. So, what does this mean for us right now? First, our A'TIN on the flight did something brave. Most people would have taken the photo opportunity and stayed quiet. She pitched, professionally, confidently, and the pitch landed. We won't name her. She didn't ask for that, but the community saw it, and it matters. Second, whether this becomes a confirmed project is entirely in the hands of 1Z Entertainment and DJ Snake's team. We respect that process. We don't force timelines or manufacture confirmations that haven't been made. What CETV does is watch. read the signals, and be here the moment something is officially announced. CETV fam, does this sound familiar? This is what we do. The air supply question wasn't random. The DJ Snake DM isn't random. These are signals, and they're all pointing in the same direction. SB19 is in a moment where the global music industry is paying attention. Lollapalooza is not a destination. It is a launch pad. And if history has taught us anything about this group, it's that when the rest of the world finally catches up to what Filipinos already knew, that's when everything changes. Full stop. She archived the post herself once it served its purpose. She didn't need the credit. She just needed the right people to hear the name SB19. They did. You could be that person next. Whether this leads to a collaboration or not, this is already a win for PPOP. Full stop. Our 18 on the flight walked up to DJ Snake at 30,000 feet and said, "Let me tell you about SB19. And the world's response was a DM. That's the story. That's the pattern. That's why this community will always be worth covering. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever pitched SB19 to someone who had no idea who they were? What happened? Subscribe so you don't miss the follow-up if this story develops. If this analysis hit home, share it with the 18 in your life who needs to see it. This is CETV Philippines. We'll see you in the next one.